Have you ever found yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., your mind spinning like a broken record? Your heart's racing, your palms are sweaty, and you're mentally rehearsing every possible disaster that could happen tomorrow? Maybe it's that big presentation at work. Maybe it's a difficult conversation you need to have. Or maybe it's just life. The bills, the uncertainty, the endless what-ifs that seem to multiply the moment your head hits the pillow. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a marketing director at a tech company, and last Tuesday night she couldn't sleep. Why? Because she had a board meeting the next morning. But here's the thing. In her mind, that simple meeting had already transformed into a catastrophe. She imagined forgetting her presentation. She pictured the CEO's disappointed face. She saw herself getting fired, then losing her apartment, then having to move back in with her parents at 35. All because of a meeting that hadn't even happened yet. Sound familiar? Here's what Sarah didn't know, and what most of us don't realize, is that this kind of suffering is completely optional. 2,000 years ago, Roman philosophers who faced actual life or death situations, plagues, wars, exile, even execution, cracked the code on anxiety. They discovered something remarkable. Most of our mental torment isn't caused by what's happening to us. It's caused by what we're telling ourselves about what's happening to us. Today, I'm going to share their 5 battle-tested principles that can transform your relationship with worry forever. These aren't just ancient theories. They're practical tools that work in our modern world of deadlines, social media, and endless uncertainty. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your anxiety has been lying to you, and more importantly, you'll know exactly what to do about it. So let's start with the most powerful insight of all. And it comes from a Roman philosopher named Seneca, who discovered something profound about the way our minds create suffering. Chapter 1. The Imagination Trap. So what happened to Sarah the next morning? She dragged herself out of bed after maybe 2 hours of sleep. Her stomach was in knots. She'd run through 47 different disaster scenarios. Yes, I counted them, ranging from technical difficulties to complete career destruction. She walked into that boardroom expecting the worst. And you know what happened? The presentation went great. The CEO complimented her work. Her colleagues asked thoughtful questions. She even got approval for her new marketing budget. 8 hours of mental torture for nothing. This is exactly what the Roman philosopher Seneca observed 2,000 years ago. He wrote something that should be carved into every anxious person's mind. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Think about that for a moment. Seneca wasn't some ivory tower academic. He was an advisor to emperors, a man who faced exile, political intrigue, and eventually execution. He knew real suffering, and yet he recognized that most of our pain doesn't come from what's actually happening to us. It comes from what we're imagining might happen. Here's what Seneca understood about the human mind that we're only now proving with neuroscience. Our brains are time machines, but terrible ones. They constantly drag future problems into present moments, making us live through disasters that haven't happened and may never happen. Seneca called this running out to meet our suffering. Instead of dealing with actual problems when they arrive, we exhaust ourselves fighting imaginary battles. We squander the present moment, the only moment we actually have, by torturing ourselves with possibilities. But here's the liberating truth. Once you see this pattern, you can break it. The next time anxiety hits, ask yourself this simple question. Am I suffering from what's happening right now, or from what I'm imagining might happen? Most of the time, you'll realize you're Sarah at 3 a.m., fighting dragons that exist only in your head. And the moment you recognize that, the power shifts. Because you can't control what might happen tomorrow, but you absolutely can control where you put your attention right now. But Seneca's insight is just the beginning, because there's an even more powerful question that can calm any worry instantly. So the key takeaway is this: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Now I have a question for you. Comment below with your biggest Sarah moment, a time you tortured yourself over something that turned out to be completely fine. Reading those stories helps everyone here feel less alone. If this idea helped you, hitting the like and subscribe buttons lets me know you want the complete Stoic Anxiety Toolkit. This was just the first principle. The next video reveals the single most powerful question for calming worry, and it's on the screen right now. Click it, and I'll see you there.